Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today I'm doing something a little crazy. I'm going to challenge myself to build a complete proof of concept from scratch in under 30 minutes. And I'll be using only jump the next, no coding, no fancy tools, just creativity and clicks. So let's see if it's really that easy. And hey, feel free to join the challenge with us as well. All right. Before we start the timer, let's set some quick rules. First one, I would an app idea completely on the fly. So no preparation, nothing that I prepared myself in advance. Rule number two, it has to have at least 3 screens. And rule number three, it needs basic functionality and look good enough to show a client or an investor. All right. Now to be completely random, I will ask ChatGPT to provide 3 examples of apps that we could build. So let's do it. I'm testing a platform that allows people to build proof of concepts without coding. So can you provide me 3 examples of real business cases that I could use to try out the platform? You can be very brief, just give the title of the application and a short description of what the application should do.
Sure. Here are 3 examples. Employee Onboarding Portal, an app that guides new hires through onboarding steps, including document uploads, training schedules, and task checklists. Customer Feedback Collector, a simple tool that lets businesses gather customer reviews and feedback through customizable forms and view analytics on responses. Inventory Tracker, an application for small businesses to log their products, monitor stock levels, and get low inventory alerts.
All right, I think I will go with customer feedback. That sounds good to me.
Awesome choice! A customer feedback collector is super versatile and can really show off the platform's capabilities. You could include features like custom survey templates, response analytics, and automated thank you messages. Let me know if you need any help fleshing out the details or testing specific functionalities.
All right, thanks, dear. Will get my hands dirty.
You're welcome. Have fun with it and let me know how it goes. I'm here if you need any more tips or run into any snags. Good luck.
Okay, so it's time to start the challenge. We will start the timer. Oh, was already started, but let's reset. I will start the timer and then let's try to build the customer feedback application. So time is running. We're back to next. I will start with a new project. Let's call it customer feedback. And let me have a clue of the name. Customer feedback collector. All right, sounds good. We need to choose what type of project this should be. Let's call all platforms. And for the description of project, let's get that from ChatGPT as well. I'm getting here just this simple description, copying. Let's paste here. Now, what's the business objectives? Increase engagement. Since this is a POC, let's check as other is POC. Okay, brand. I won't care about branding right now. It's just a POC. So let's create the project. And at this point, under the hood, the AI is making all the magic and doing a bit of research of user stories and requirements. What sort of screens are useful for this app? So our job now is just to sit back, relax a bit, and wait. All right. So here we have some screens suggest our application, or we could prompt one ourselves. Let's see what GPT said to us as features for this app. You could include features like custom survey templates, response analytics, and automated thank you messages. Okay, that's very useful. Let's start maybe with a dashboard. It's always good to have a dashboard. Okay, so I'm clicking here. The prompt is already generated. Let's click on generate and it's generating our first screen. And we don't need to wait until the first screen is generated. So let's try another one. What else we have here? Oh, feedback form with the customer view. This is important. I think this is essential for the platform. So let's try this one as well and start generate. Let's see what else we have here. Export data, feedback analytics, provide insights and trends from customer feedback. I think this one is good as well. Let's get this one and generate. Remember, the first rule was that our POC need to have at least 3. Let's see what we get from these 3 screens. And if we're not satisfied, then we can get some other screens here. All right, screens are generating. Let's check the timer. We have 4 minutes now. I think we are in a very good position, but it depends how long it's going to take for the screens to be generated. All right, I think the first screen is generated and the second one as well. Let's see. I don't see nothing on the first screen. Maybe something went wrong. Let's delete this first screen and try again. So I will add another screen. This was the dashboard, right? So let's try a dashboard again. Let's see what we have in the description. If it's really talking about our use case. Action buttons, analytics, page full response, overview of feedback forms. Okay, I think the description is okay. Meanwhile, let's see what we have on the other screen. So screen number 2 is customer feedback. So supposedly this is the screen that user will see to provide the feedback. Let's take a look on what we have here. We value your opinion. Please take a moment and share your thoughts about recent experience. How do you rate overall experience? How far are you the service? Which features did you find most useful? Oh, the dashboard. Let's just finish reviewing the customer feedback, then we go back to the dashboard, okay? So yes, do you have any additional comments or suggestions? Contact information. And okay, name, email, submit feedback. Okay, fair enough. I think this is simple, but it's good for a proof of concept. It clearly self-explain what is the screen is about. So I'll just change the name here, customer feedback 4. Okay, now let's take a look at this marvelous dashboard right here and see what we have here. We have some KPIs such as total feedback, average rating, sentiment score, active forms. This KPI seems good to me. I think they are very reasonable. And down here, what we have is a tabular view of summary of the feedbacks that we are receiving for different projects. So product feedback, we have 342 response, 1 was created, active. We have some nice actions here for editing, sharing, deleting, and there's a bunch of other examples. Actually, is a really nice amount of examples that it came up with. So it makes to look very real, which is interesting. I don't think this tab right here would work. Okay, it's just a placeholder. We also have a sidebar navigation that would take you to forms, analytics, settings. Okay, I'm satisfied with the screen. I think it's working very good. There's a plus floating button icon here, probably for adding new projects to this list. And okay, the last screen, let's name the screen dashboard. In screen number 3. Oh no, screen number 3. I just copied by accident the dashboard. Let's delete it. Screen number 3, customer feedback, dashboard, feedback. Oh, okay. So actually we asked for 2 different things. So we have one main dashboard and we have a dashboard for feedback analytics, which seems to me, no, it's not the same. It's a bit different. Okay, so feedback analytics. We have some KPIs such as total feedback, average sentiment, response rate, NPS score. Let's go a bit down. We have feedback trends in this line chart here. So we can see number of total feedbacks, positive, negative, pie chart here for sentiment analysis, feedback categories. Okay, this stack chart I think is good. And response time, so probably how long someone took to respond form over a period of time. Looks good to me as well. And down here we have table of recent feedback. So we're seeing the latest feedbacks that users gave us. And probably here on the actions, we could view and respond, take action on the user's feedback. Okay, it's looking good to me. What do you guys think up to this point? It's not a complete application yet, but it brings a lot of insights and ideas for you to visualize how this app would look like. I think we're on time. We have 11 minutes now. Oh man. So we have more time to get a bit more going here. Let's see another important screen that we could add. This one is silly, feedback submission confirmation, but let's add this one since we have a lot of time. And let's see here. What else? Maybe the login or the user registration. And I tell you what, I think this is important. If I was presenting this investor or for a colleague, I create a storytelling going through each of these steps of the user journey. So it's good to have login and user registration. So let's add those two. Let's see if there is anything else here. There is one that I think we can add by using a prompt, which is the admin dashboard. So let's type something here. I need an admin dashboard to manage users on platform and have an overview of how many users are active on platform. Also would be nice to have some indicators of the platform health. Example, stability of the server. And yeah, let's try to generate this one. It seems that we have two other screens generated, which is the customer feedback collector. Okay, so this is the login screen. I think it looks nice. You don't need to reinvent the wheel for a login screen, but okay, we have a login screen to present. So let's change the name here to login screen. And what was the other one? Oh, create account. This is when you are going to sign up for the platform. Let's call this sign up. And let's see what comes out from this admin dashboard that I asked for. And let's check how's the time at this point. We have 15 minutes. Okay. Oh man, I think we are in a very good position here. 30 minutes would be a lot of time because right now we already have 7 screens. And while the screen is generating, we can take a look of other features here that would be helpful for us. So if I go back to dashboard and check the artifacts, this thing right here, some complements of what we are generating. I'm seeing things like the user stories here. So we map the user stories, and that's a good point, a good starting point for your project to have mapped the user stories. It's suggesting things like AI, sentiment analysis of feedback. As a business user, I want sentiment analysis on customer feedback so that I can quickly go overall customer satisfaction. Okay, this is not a feature that we have right now. It's good to have these things mapped for later, of course, when this project is no longer POC. Integration, this seems important as well. So as a business user, I want to share feedback forms via mail so that I can easily reach my customers. Yeah, besides the screens that are generated, we go a step further and you see we have all of these user stories that would be nice to have and present to a stakeholder, telling, look, these are all of the ideas that we have, not just the screens. These are things that are going to get in our roadmap. We have this thing here that is the OKRs. So it's basically setting targets for whatever we are creating here. Let's see one for example, increase adoption and usage of feedback tool among business. Onboard 500 new business users within the first 6 months of launch, right? So basically, this platform gives you user stories, but also gives you goals and objectives, directions. And at the end, you are going to get out of here with all of this information, which I think is very useful if you are starting a new project, right? So Let's go back and take a look on what was generated here. I see that we have dashboard overview. So it created sort of dashboard again as an admin. So this is dashboard that the admin would be using to manage the tool. I can see here total users, active users, server time, average response time. I think this is using useful information for the admin of the platform. I can see also user activity, system health, the latest users that got into the platform. Well, I think this is all very useful information. Down here, we have also system alerts. So for instance, high CPU usage detected, database backup completed, API rate limit warning. I think actually this is very good. This is what I would expect as an admin, to have all this useful information in front of me. So don't know about you guys, but I'm very satisfied with what it came up right here. Let's see the time. Okay. All right. Being very honest, I think that at this point we could say that we have a POC, and this is something that I could already present to someone, to an investor or to a friend, or if I'm doing some marketing research, I could present this to people and ask what you think about it. It's something that if there's demand on the market, you use it, a platform like this. And yeah, very good. So we have this present mode here that allow us to present everything that we built in a very nice way. So if I click here on present mode, you see now that we have the screens. It's going to behave exactly like a presentation, so you can go through each of the screens. So let's suppose at this point now you have the POC and you want to present this for someone that might be interested on your platform, and you can go screen by screen and explain yourself what is the goal of each screen, what it's supposed to do, how it's supposed to work. And you see there is some interactive on the charts as well, which is very nice. So let's move from one screen to another. Yeah, so imagine you are on a call and you are going to say, and here is how we think about the user registration. This, of course, is the login screen. You see, there is a nice icon here that I think it was supposed to be the logo of the application, and that's very good as well. If I go to another screen, it's using the same icon. So it creates a view of a branding behind the scenes. So this is the message for post feedback submission. This is one of the dashboards. This is another dashboard. So the dashboard for feedback analysis. And yes, this is the customer feedback. So how would the feedback form would look like for the end user? All right. So I think these are all of the screens, and I would say that I'm very satisfied with the results. Let's see how long it took. All right, we are in 22 minutes. I would say that this is enough material to translate your idea to the world, to present to a stakeholder, to maybe even make pitch. You have a lot to show here. You basically can translate the ideas that are on your mind into something that people actually can see. And the rest is with you, my friend. Do a very good pitch, communicate very well your idea. In the future, we hope to have more features that are going to support this workflow. So as entrepreneurs, we know that there's a lot more than just having mockups for it. That's why we are working hard to deliver these new features where you could export all these user stories, OKRs, and things like that, gather that on a document that would be ready to use and send to whatever person you want to. So this is it. I think we beat the challenge. We are right now with 24 minutes, and that's it. If you tried that as well, let us know in the comments how was your experience. Maybe you could do this faster than me. Take some time because, of course, I have to stop to explain things to you guys. But if you are focused and do it by yourself I'm pretty sure that you could do this in half of time.